3.5 mile hike. All this gear. Popple Campground, South Manitou Island. It's gonna be a long walk. I'll make it. Quick water break. Creepy cemetery. Out here in the middle of nowhere. Middle of an island in Lake Michigan. Much needed water break. Check that. Ran out of water about 2 stops ago. At the fork. Not a water break. Just sit down for a second break. Almost there. Just past this building right here. It's George Hutzler building. Probably about 500 yards ago. Almost made it. Out of water for the last hour or so. I'm just gonna jump in the lake as soon as I get over there. I've got water purifying tablets and a life straw, as well as some instant meals and beef jerky, which fell out of my backpack, so I'm not carrying it. Sweating like a hound dog, if they even sweat. More like sweating like a fat kid at his birthday party, but that might be taken the wrong way these days, so. Sweating like a hound dog. Made it. Took me a few hours. Finally made it. Oh, beautiful. Just tucked all this gear. This campsite on Lake Michigan. I'm not sure if there's bears or not. I brought like excessive amount of weaponry. Better be safe than sorry. Hiked all this way with all this gear. No whopping about 45 minutes of sleep last night. Gonna set up my tent. Then I'm gonna go jump in Lake Michigan, cool off a little bit, drink some water. Maybe snag one of these Oberons I bought on the ferry. They're like $26 for 4 of them, but forgot to grab wine. I was gonna bring some wine and wine or like a pint or something up, but I thought not having any sleep. I just wanted to take off this morning and decided to just grab these beers on the ferry. So just to give everyone an idea of how sweaty I am from that hike, carrying all this gear that I managed to now get into this tent. Everything's in there. Look at how sweaty my underwear is from this hike. Just completely drenched. Like, I'm drenched in sweat. Just decided to come inside my tent. I went and swam in Lake Michigan for a little bit. And I stepped off the side over here. It's like sand. It's not very steep. A couple feet down into the sand. And it's like as soon as I hit the sand, there were probably like 10 horseflies just chasing me the entire time I was in the water. I went out, 500 yards, 300 to 500 yards out, and were still following me, biting me, all sorts of stuff. Finally made it back. I was gonna drink a beer on the beach, and I couldn't because the flies were so bad. I had to run and grab my shit, all my stuff, because they were just stinging me all over. Those bugs, sickness. I'm gonna read the Bible. Try and salvage whatever type of relationship I have left with God, Jesus. Eat some beef jerky, maybe drink a beer. I use a life straw a little bit, but it was hard for me to even drink water because all the flies were just attacking me. So we'll see. I might end up moving campsites tomorrow, break this down depending on how bad the bugs are. You know, I thought getting out farther into the woods here would be more secluded and maybe a bigger beach where, you know, not even bigger, but maybe like a more secluded sandy beach, you know, not many people come to, but it's like 10 feet of sand and then it's all rocks into the water. It's a beautiful, beautiful view. No, you know, like you walk out like, you know, 100 yards and it turns to sand, but right when you get in the water, it's just all rocks. Shore looks like it got blasted with artillery shells. It's all like destroyed. I'm so grateful for this tent though, keeping all these mosquitoes out. It would have been so bad. There are so many bugs out there. So hopefully I can get some rest here. I'm gonna try and get a little bit of sleep. I'm exhausted. I've been up for like 28 hours now. Maybe not 28. I don't even know what time it is right now. I shut off all my phones on the way over here. I'm gonna turn one on a little bit, see if I got service, see if I can at least see what time it is. Try and get some rest. Alright. I'm gonna try and get some rest. Well, this time out here, still no bugs inside. That's a bonus. It's kind of over on. Slowly fading away. I am freaking tired. It's getting dark. There's sunny. 2 in the morning. I fell asleep at about 8 o'clock last night. I managed to drink like 3 sips of my beer. And I was just out. I was just exhausted. Just putting my body to the limit. Trying to get out here. I need water though. Bad. I'm extremely thirsty right now. I got this can of water, this life straw. I'm going to go out to the lake and try and fill up a water canister, bring it back. Use a life straw. If that doesn't work, I also have some iodine tablets and water purifying tablets to use. So, wish me luck. Alright, managed to get down to the lake and get some water. Looks pretty clear. Got this life straw to use. Might be hard to access the water here because of the steep downgrades. But boy is that breeze nice coming off the water. So silent back here, just the sound of birds chirping and all the mosquitoes and flies flying around everywhere. But secluded and quiet nonetheless. There's a bunch of frogs and toads hopping around everywhere. Like, I've seen there's probably like 10 to 15 of them just hopping around my tent everywhere. Got a fishing pole. I'm tempted to just throwing one on a hook and letting them go out there and catch a bass or something. If not, I got a few lures I got and a fishing pole here. Be able to load something up on that, maybe reel one in. But I'm not keeping my hopes up. I'm gonna try and find a better place to get down to the water. Just left again to go try and find a better access way down to the beach. Seems like this whole thing is just filled with bugs. Lots of bugs. I mean, it's alright. I might stay out the rest of the time with it. It has the potential to be a really nice camp spot. But it would require them bombing the area for bugs. I don't know what they'd have to do for that. They'd have to some type of insecticide, get rid of these horse flies. They're just everywhere, just horse flies everywhere. Couldn't even get down to the water on the last one. I got all the way down there and then just got swarmed by 15 horse flies all biting me. I just sprinted back, or at least sprinted through the sand up into the forest, and then made it back over here. I tried to get inside the tent as fast as I can so they'll leave me alone, but they just follow me all the way over here. Of course, I opened the tent to get back inside, and 4 or 5 mosquitoes follow them in here, and one of those flies is in here, so I'm gonna smack one of them, get rid of these mosquitoes. Luckily, the flies aren't really by my campsite, so when I pack up, I should be alright, as long as I do it quickly, but that was ridiculous. I don't know why there's so many horse flies, like, just attacking me. But, should have gone to Bay Campground. But I just went and checked out campsite 7. That was up on a hill. That would have been pretty good for a breeze. This one still gets a good breeze though, so I'm alright with that. I gotta look on the GPS, try and see where another access to a beach is somewhere. Shouldn't be a problem. I probably just gotta search around a little bit and I'll find it. It might be like tucked around on the other side or something, but I don't know, we'll find out. I haven't camped in years like this. I've done some mild camping, but leave it to me. My dumbass just decided to do the second longest round trip on the island. You have to think maybe it was a little bit of a mistake coming all the way out here. I thought the beach would be a little bit nicer, but I'm gonna deal with it. It'll work. Oh, just read the Bible a bit, said some prayers. Boats are still so bad. I gotta look at the map here. Try to find a better way to get down to the water. Maybe you don't want to trek to the dunes or something like that. I could do that. Guess I could do that. Maybe tomorrow if I get up early enough. I'm just still beat from yesterday, working all day and hiking out here. My legs are sore. They're already sore from climbing on all those mounds at work the other day, so just gonna keep pushing, get some more rest today. I'm gonna do some more reading in the Bible and maybe say some more prayers and go on a little adventure tomorrow, try and find a good access to the beach and bring my water and food and stuff out there. I got a couple ration packs. I'm gonna eat one of those before I leave. I might just leave on Tuesday, like she suggested, stay Tuesday night in Bay. We don't gotta worry about packing it up and packing in. When early Wednesday morning, I can just be, a mile from the station. I think it's be doing pretty good. I don't have a pillow. This thing works pretty good as a pillow. Last night I used my coat as a pillow. Decent enough. Gets the job done. So. Alright. We'll turn this back on a little bit later. So, just looked it up, and there is zero good way down to the water. At least that doesn't take a 45-minute backpack, which would be pointless because of the water bottles I have. I would just use that amount of water to get down there and then get back. Makes more sense to just suffer with the flies and go down and fill up water at least for the next couple days. That's all I need. And then hike out of here on Tuesday, like the ranger suggested. And camp in Bay Tuesday night. So that's probably gonna be what I'll do. Might as well. Got a good spot here. It's quiet, reflecting a lot, so it's good. Forgot to bring tea bags, so I can't make tea, which would have been nice, but oh well. Feels real good. So, it's the end of night 2. Not sure exactly what time it is. Probably getting close to Monday morning right now. Not a whole lot of activity out here. I just had a chipmunk running across my tent. That was a little odd. Thought he was inside the tent for a minute. I had to get the flashlight out and check around, but no, he was outside the tent, which is good news for my tent. Pretty good, nice, high quality for the price. Sundome, Coleman Sundome. I don't know if you can see through the tent there, but it's right now. Pretty good quality. I've been happy with it. So I'll wake up in the morning. I'll probably go get some more water, either tonight in a little bit. Well, hopefully the flies are getting blown away with this wind, or I'll go early in the morning when I wake up to get some more water. After that, I think I'm just gonna spend the day again out here tomorrow night, and then leave Tuesday sometime, probably Tuesday morning or so, and hike back to the day camp about 3 miles of a hike, and stay there for a night. And I'll wake up Wednesday and get out there Wednesday morning and catch the ferry back. And make a nice drive back down to Lower Michigan. So, alright. Wish the bugs wouldn't have been so bad, but hey, nothing we can really do about it. It's still nice and secluded out here. It's been a lot of reflecting and contemplating and prayer, and it's been needed. It's good. Humble myself before God. Got my LED glow stick in there, and just another little heads up. I still gotta conserve battery, but this thought just crossed my mind while I was sitting here. If you're ever gonna take a girl with you, backpacking or backcountry camping, this is not the place. Yeah, this campground is like so far away. Granted, there's probably some girls that would like it, but the secludedness of it and the difficulty it is to reach the water and the lack of a beach makes it impossible to really stay out there for an extended period of time and look at the stars. And the bugs make it difficult to be out there. But the stars were incredible when I just went out there to get water. Like looks like many moons, like just so bright and so vivid. I'm sure it'll be like that at the Bay campground too, which is where I'm going to go to next. And that's right on the bay. It has way bigger of a beach, so hopefully I'll be able to sit out there one of these nights and just look at the stars. Should also add in there, when I went out to get some water, I prayed earlier, asking, just while I was reading the Bible, doing a rosary and everything. Prayed for there to be less bugs, and sure enough, when I went out there to get water tonight, there's only one of those flies out there. There's still a few mosquitoes, but only one of those nasty horse flies that were all biting me earlier. So that made it quite a bit easier for me to fill up my water bottles, which is awesome. Still 100% worth it. I would suggest this place to somebody that's looking for a very secluded getaway. It's awesome. I decided to eat one of these tonight, sleep on it, and I can head out in the morning, make sure I got enough energy, because these packs are heavy and I cannot be doing that on an empty stomach. I mean, I'll just DFO on the back if I'm too weak with all this stuff I have to carry. So I'm gonna eat some beef stroganoff with noodles. Sounds pretty good. Just gotta boil some water for it. I never thought I'd be so excited to eat beef stroganoff. and get a meal so I can sleep on it tonight. Make sure my muscles are completely healed up for the hike back tomorrow. I might have another one of these in the morning before I leave, because it's one hell of a hike and I can't be going on no energy at all with all this gear. So that's where I'm at. Just ate my beef stroganoff. It was actually really good. Would suggest those adventure meals. Very delicious. But I cannot wait to get a fresh drink of water out of the well. I got the campsite all packed up, heading back to Bay Camp. It's been one heck of a time, I'll tell you what. Roughing it out here, it's like nothing else. So long trek back. Got a little bit of water for the go here. I'm gonna take one more sip before I take off out of this cup here, and then be heading to Bay Camp. 1.7 miles hiked back. Got about 1 more mile to go that way to get to the Bay campgrounds. And I'm just gonna hammock camp for the last night here. I'm not even gonna set up everything. I'll just take my hammock out and my ties, hang that up. Might grab the sleeping bag out of there and throw that in there. But the thing's big enough I can wrap up to keep the bugs out. And I'm gonna go get some fresh water as soon as I get back too. I'm already just sweating from this hike. This technique I have for getting the water is working good. I have a water bottle with lake water in it in my pocket, and then I hang that right across the front with my life straw, and I'll stop every now and then, pour a little water in there, drink it out with a life straw, pour the extra water back in. I went through that whole beer can of water and I still got about that much. I mean, it shows you how good this life straw works. I mean, that water is gross from the lake. It has all that stuff in there. And it just it filters it out like perfect. So it tastes great, like best water I could ever taste coming out of the life straw. So it's getting the job done. Well, only made it to the Bay campground. One heck of a hike, I'll tell you what. I am just sweating nuts again. There's so many less bugs at this campground though. It is so much nicer. The campfire spot back in there, and it's right by the water. I gotta pick a spot to hammock tonight, and then I am going to go get some fresh ass water from the village. Like, I'm just gonna take my canteen and my water bottle, wash that out, fill it up, drink a couple water bottles full of water, and then head back for camp. I got the whole day ahead of me still, so we'll hang out on the beach maybe, go for a swim. Oh, it's nice being this much closer for this last night, so I don't have to worry about hiking all the way in tomorrow. So that ranger made a good call. I would have been packing up at like 6 in the morning this morning, and that would have just been a brutal hike all the way back. But this was smart. Just hammock up for the night. I'll be good to go. I do have to add in there, I feel weak from the last 3 days. I ate probably a total of 1,300 calories over the last 3 days, 3 nights. So I've definitely lost a little muscle mass. I've lost a little fat, but I'll be able to make that up in the gym. I think the loss of fat would be better than, or be greater than the muscle loss that I had, but I probably burned up a lot of muscle hiking out there. And I know I definitely probably did, because when I was peeing that first night, it was just dark yellow, almost brown, which would indicate like maybe some burning of proteins and muscle tissue on the walk, but that's just part of it, I guess. I mean, it's a long walk, and that is a lot of gear. That is like, I got a pistol on me, got my AR-15 with 3 magazines, a tent, I got tons of cooking gear, canteens, fishing pole, this big sleeping bag. I've got more food supplies in there, water bottles, my Bible, utensils, hammock. The list goes on. It's a lot of gear to be hucking around. It's heavy. Made it to my final campground. Stay here tonight. Probably just gonna hammock up in between these 2 trees. Sleep right there in the hammock. Such a nice breeze coming off the water here. It's place is just beautiful. To go walk and get some fresh water here from the village, which is down there. You'll be able to see that in a second. Village is way down there. That's where I can get water. Beautiful bay. There's a little boat out there. Probably great fishing out on that boat. Bought a brand new fishing pole to take out here. Now I was packing it into my bag. And snap the tip right off of it. Leave it to me. Always happens. It's a $30 pull. Didn't even get a chance to use it. Snap the tip right off. Talk about aggravating. But I'm out here. It's great weather. Nice breeze. I'm not gonna let it bother me. It's always some more money, another paycheck. Can't have these experiences all the time, so living in the moment. Got everything set up, my campsite for the last night here. Just gonna hammock camp it. It's not supposed to rain or anything, it's supposed to be rather beautiful. Nice wind, just keeping the bugs at bay for once. Just got my sleeping bag inside my hammock here, open, and so I'm gonna go to bed. I'll just jump up in there, roll up in the sleeping bag in the hammock, and hopefully get some good sleep. That's about it. I'm gonna try and start a fire over here, get some smoke going, maybe keep some of these bugs away at night. So that's on the agenda next here. Gonna just small fire. So there are absolutely zero big pieces of wood out here. I had to start this entire fire with just my GoPro died, so I'm continuing the recordings on this iPhone. So I made a fire to try and stave off the bugs, which it's working really well. But there's no big logs, it's only these small branches, and it's just, by the time I get the fire going, I gotta go get more branches and bring it back, and it's already out. So I lit it, got a little smoke, pushed the bugs back a little bit. I'm just calling it good. I'm not even gonna feed it anymore because it's just taking way too much energy to walk around and find wood to place in it than it would to just let it burn out and smoke and keep the bugs away. So I'm out there, got my bed there, sleeping in the hammock tonight. Get out, maybe look at the stars a little bit. There's a path that goes out to Lake Michigan here. I'm gonna check it out, but people that left said that there was like bugs all over the place, so I don't want to go out there and then get bitten up, because bug spray doesn't work on these stupid things, so that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go check it out though, see if there are bugs. If there are, I'll just run back and jump in the smoke and they'll go away. So no bugs out here at all, not a one. I'm gonna come out here tonight and look at the stars, lay on the beach. Break my fishing pole, I'd do some fishing right now, but I still have like 2/3 of it. Maybe I'll try and throw something in the water still. Just got out from doing a little fishing. I didn't catch a single thing, but I saw a bunch of minnows swarming around. Taking a little break in the hammock. Fire's pretty much out, but smoked out all the bugs just about. There's a couple flies, like there's one of those stupid flies right there. Just chilling there. He's good right now. He ain't biting, but these things suck when they bite. Stupid biting flies. Night out on South Manitou Island. It's beautiful. There's the village over there. That's where I get the boat back. And you got all the mainland there. That's North Manitou Island right over there. And Popple Beach, where I hike to. You see those peaks way out there? I was on the other side of those. Like north, right over the other side. There's a bonfire pit here, but I'm not starting anything. There's not enough good wood to burn. I can't see the sunset, but a little bit of it. I got my second beer. As long as it's absolutely enough water, I think I'll be able to make it to the dock by 11 in the morning. Absolutely stunning. About to get a panorama in a minute. Not many will ever know what happened here. It's like the clouds are going to be clearing out in perfect time for the sun to fall. There's all those over there, but they're heading the opposite way. Some clear skies for the stars tonight. This is what I've been waiting for. It's just an odd feeling of isolation, survivalism, like, I don't want to say loneliness, but almost loneliness, just being out on this island. Like, just the fact to know, like, the only food, if I were to run out of food, is a stranded camper box in the ranch over there that has extra soup and stuff that people leave if people get stranded. Like, just the fact of knowing, like, there's no grocery store, there's no gas station, there's no convenience store, there's no barber shop, there's nothing, you know? Like, this was an old Coast Guard base back in the day, like back in the 30s, when they used like wooden ships with sails. And it's just crazy to know, like, we're out here now. Survived for 4 days on minimum amount of food. It's just like such a weird feeling. Like, just straight up feeling of isolation. I mean, that's the best way to put it. Just isolation and minimalism. There's just like nothing out here. Just minimalist living. It's crazy. I did check out that stranded camper box the other day, and it looked like there's some pretty good stuff in there though. Enough to survive like a few weeks. But I won't miss my ferry in the morning, so it should be good. Almost dark. Got my little friendly neighborhood spider right there with a nice web, keeping the skeeters at bay and away from me. Hopefully they all fly into that thing and I don't have to get stung at all tonight. Mosquito. Camped out in my hammock this last night. You can tell my hair's getting a little rough. It's been a heck of a trip. Got about an hour till I start packing up all my stuff, and then I'm gonna make my last little trek with all my gear out to the dock where the boat's gonna pick us up at 11:30 today. So it's been a great trip, humbling experience. Got a nice little sunrise this morning. It was beautiful. Woke up to look at it for a little bit and I fell right back asleep. I was so tired. I tried to sleep out on the beach last night, but with that breeze coming off the water, it was too cold. And the sleeping bag was just getting covered in dew from the humidity and water coming off the lake. So I made a trek back in here and slept it out in the tent, or not the tent, the hammock rather. So it's good out here. Got a little chilly at one part in the night, but other than that, I just kind of repositioned myself in the hammock and pulled the sleeping bag up over my head, and it was great. It slept fine. Starting to warm up now. Of course, the first round of flies came around, but that's to be expected with how things have been out here. So, all right, I'm gonna give a quick view of the area here, and packing up in an hour and heading out. See everybody on the mainland. Been one heck of a trip. So much stuff. But so worth it. Sayonara. Just about made it back. Car's parked right around over here. I am back to my car, done with my camping trip. Backcountry trip, I guess you'd call it. One hell of a journey.